torn because I see a lot of use for it and a lot of pros to it, but I don't like the fact that they don't have to have reasonable cause. So I think I would just continue to read more information about it. And
well, I would say no, because I do think that government tracking technologies are valuable, but they shouldn't be used indiscriminately.
Are changes that would need to be made before I'd be willing to vote on anything like it. So I wouldn't vote on it as it is. I think that there could be room to change it, possibly. I think you might probably actually would have to change a lot for me to want to vote in favor of it. In general, I think of him more as a hero than a traitor. I think it's hard to choose one or the other. There's always elements of both. And I think sometimes in his choice to be a hero, he also chose to be a traitor, if that makes sense. So it's a consequence that he, I think, was aware of and he chose. So you can't deny that he broke a law in doing what he did. Is that bad? I don't necessarily think so. I think that there's space to break a law when it's serving a greater good.
I would see him more as a hero because, and I think other people would also, because he gave information that people would want to know, like the fact that their government might be potentially tracing them at all times is something that I think everyone would like to know. And while treason in general is frowned upon as a bad thing, I would say that this isn't the stereotypical type of treason you imagine in your head when you think about treason.
I think they're actions of terrorism. I mean, he committed treason. He turned over information. And yeah, it wasn't selling information to another country or turning it over to another country, but he was still releasing confidential information to the American public. And not that we need to be censored, but in some ways we do need to be, and we don't have to look at all of these documents. I don't know. It is an act of treason, I think.
I do think that stuff like this sort of tends to follow a snowball effect. Once one person steps out on a limb and is like, hey, your government is doing this, I think it's wrong, then there's going to be people protesting and maybe other large officials who come out with information that they probably shouldn't share with the public.
Yeah, I do. But I think it started even before that with all the WikiLeaks stuff happening. I mean, that was 2011, 2010, something like that. So I think he's just another kind of ball rolling with that, and I think it'll continue to happen.
And I think there will continue to be, especially as we engage more and more in growing technology, and people are concerned about the government getting bigger and bigger. I only see that happening more right now in today's current culture. But
yes, definitely, because it's something that people should know about. If their private lives are being traced by the government, then they have the right to know that.
Yeah, I do. I think that laws can be broken, and it can be a very good thing. I am in no way, or I guess it frustrates me if somebody's only reason not to do something is that it breaks a law.
If there's no immediate threat, then I don't really see a reason to.